Woofed. This thing needs a quick clean. Much better. Alright, didn't dry it because, well, I'm a little bitch, but much cleaner. Got that stuff off. Just gonna take it for a quick drive and get a little bit of this extra water off. Then we'll park it up for the night. And I'll explain to you why I have 2 BMWs.
All I do is adore you all of the time. I like to. I like to.
So, you might be wondering, or you might have listened to this video going, who is this guy? How did he end up with 2 BMWs? What is his story? And why does he have a 125i and an E30? Well, the E30 to begin with is a 318i, the M10 motor, nothing special, 1.8 litre, absolutely wicked fun, like go-kart sensation, but it's not. Nothing quick, nothing exciting in that sort of regard. The other one is my daily, my 125i D badge. It's got the 3 litre inline 6, straight from factory. It's been tuned to 211 kilowatts. It's super quick and I love it, and that's my daily. But this one is a throwback. This is the one that I'll probably keep forever, or I'll try to keep forever. This is the project car. And it's just a constant battle between, do I drive the project car or do I drive the daily? Now, you're probably wondering, that's a cool customized number plate, Yoshi. Why do you have this for your 125i and then just some ratty old weird looking number plate for your E30? I'm glad you asked. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I probably didn't properly introduce myself. My name is Yoshi Fujihara. I am 21. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and these are my 2 cars. Now, the thing I love the most about these 2 cars is that even though they're from the same manufacturer, BMW, they couldn't be more different. Biggest thing being, one's 34, one's 11. Wow. That's 11 years old. Not bad. Now, I've had this car now for over a year. It's been a little puppy of mine. I've loved it. Now, there was the question I raised about the number plate. This is a historical number plate for the state of Victoria. Now, as you can see, it's a club permit. Now, the reason this thing's on a club permit is that in the state of Victoria in Australia, any car over the age of 25 can be registered as a club car. What that essentially means is that you can drive it for a limited amount of days, being the most amount being 90, which is $150 for the year pretty much, for 1 year, 90 days out of the year, and the other being 45. I opted for the 90 days because I'm excited. I love this car, I drive it all the time, and I want to be able to bring it out as much as I can. Now obviously there's massive imperfections in pretty much every department on this car, whether it be paint, engines, suspension's recently been redone, and I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, this car is an absolute, like a little go-kart. I've done seats, I've done a lot of things, and I love it so far. Many things to come, super exciting, but it is costing me literally next to nothing to run. Let me show you more. So as I said, this car is 34 years old, and this video has been shot in 2019, unless you're watching from the future. Yo, what up? This car is 34 years old, meaning it is from 1985. Now, the interior has been redone a bit. I've recently chucked in some bucket seats, both driver and passenger. I've got this OMP steering wheel, some random as horn, which isn't working anymore because the car's not on. I tried to flock the dash, came out pretty bad, but that's going to be redone in a future video, so subscribe to see that. It is a manual. Biggest thing I love about this car is that it's a manual. I didn't know how to drive manual before I bought the car, so that was super exciting. I bought it, learnt manual, drove it, and now I can't get enough of it. I love manual cars. Now, if you're anything like me and you love cars and you love doing up cars and doing everything yourself, you know things are gonna break on them, let alone cars that are 34 years old. Now, like I said, this is a project car. I expect things to break in it, and that's sort of like the beauty of it, and sort of the hardship, because that's where you fix something, you make something look super cool, you make something look super great, and then, for example, a door handle just falls off, like the little plastic shrouding around it. Now, I know this door handle shrouding has been in the car for, like I said, 34 years when it came out of a German, manufacturing plant, but, stuff like that just breaks all the time. And that's not bad. Like, I couldn't care less. It's a piece of plastic. It cost me $3 to replace it. Some Chinese shop, doesn't even matter. Point is, still get that good noise when you close the door. Point is, this car, like I said, cost me nothing to run in the state of Victoria. That is the beautiful thing about the whole club permit scene and about the whole, old cars. Like, for example, that car over there, registered in Australia, $800 a year. This car, $150 a year. I could have essentially 3-4 cars, old cars, 25 years old cars. I could change up every day, I could have a different car. No, more or less. And for the price of one of those. Now, another thing about this car is that obviously being old, being run down, done over 200,000 Ks on the clock, which the odometer's not working, so it's probably done a little bit more. This thing has done that many Ks and that much stuff that I don't care how many more Ks I put on it. It's already done so many, I don't care. The thing is, this thing cost me a whopping, wait for it, $1,000 to buy. $1,000. It was running, it was a manual, it's an E30. If you know anything about E30s, there's huge modification scene out there. And restoration scene in general, like, people love this car. Like, for example, the E30 M3 was the first sign of BMW were getting into the automotive sort of production cars that were not just your average, run around town, but actually like motorsport cars for the road. And that's super exciting because this E30, even though it's obviously not an E30 M3, it doesn't have that crazy cool 4-cylinder engine that would just like tear up the streets and all those races around Europe. But it's got the body, it's got the looks, it's a modern classic, and things like this they're just going to go up in value. And I'm not saying that my E30 is going to go up in value, I'm just saying in general, older cars will appreciate once they hit the bottom of their depreciation curve. Or, well, the other thing is you just won't lose money on it because it's already at the bottom of the depreciation curve. It could only possibly go up. I'm not saying my car's gone up because my car's still a shitbox, but that's the best part about it, it's my shitbox. I can do whatever I want to it. That's the cool part about it. That's the project car life. $1,000, $150 registered. I'm driving around, I'm cruising around. Currently sitting on some front springs. I had coilovers in it, and you would have seen in my last video, but they were pretty trash, and they were sitting way too low, and yeah, didn't want them. So, chucked them out. Got in some Pettis front springs, lowering springs, give it a decent drop. The wheels will be changing, all that sort of stuff. In the rear, running some, I have no idea what coilovers, but they cost me $150, so they were pretty mad, and they're getting some mad tuck. Don't know if that's showing up too well on camera. Probably not, knowing my luck. Mad springs in the rear. Pretty much here, back, nothing modified. I've got this sick as spoiler, duckbill spoiler that I've got that I think I will just give us a nice little tuck out. It's coming soon, but I think will really tie up the back end, make it look a little bit more aggressive. And obviously the rest of it's like 389 base model, P-plate 721. It's pretty cool. That was my BMW E30. Now, if you have any questions about this, be sure to drop a comment down below and all that sweet stuff. But yeah, looks pretty fresh and I don't mind driving it. Now, onto the other one. As you can see when I just turned the, unlocked the car there, bang, some little BMW rings, which I think they're Spec D, something. I bought them so long ago, I don't even know anymore. Customized number plate, V for Victoria, YF is my name, Yoshi Fujihara, 1997 is the year I was born. I know after I bought this, my brother told me that a 997 is a type of Porsche. I had no idea. I was pretty new in the car scene. Probably wouldn't have got 997 if I knew that, but didn't want to get 135, it's another 135i. Hindsight, probably should have just got 125. Life goes on, mate. Moving on. Like I said, this has got the 3-litre inline 6 engine from BMW E30 I think it's called. This is an amazing car. Rear wheel drive, of course. Both are rear wheel drive because that's just that BMW life. Your rims. Sitting on some 18-inch rims, lowered both front and rear on iBuck springs and some sort of shock. Some sort of update shock, I'm not sure. I've actually forgotten, it's been that long. Yeah, sitting on those. Sitting on 18 by 8.5 in the rear and 18 by 8.5 in the front. Sitting nice and mad. Recently got some new Hankook 265, 18, 35. New meat in the rear. Front's still the same. Got to rotate them as you do. And just wore out the rears way quicker than I wore out the front. So there you go. In the rear we have some cool as updated OEM rear tail lights. They're black line ones. I've made a mad video installing them. That was pretty easy. Quick mod made the whole rear look mad with some cool ass carbon fiber boom lid spoiler, which I love. I bought this car and the first thing I wanted to do was put this on. Like, loved it. My brother has an E92 335i and he had one of these and I was like, whoo, that's hot boy. That's what I'm gonna get. That stuff is mad. Just like subtle hints like that change the car. And it's great. Hence the other, similar spoiler, not carbon fiber for the E30, but stay tuned for that sort of stuff. It has smoked LED indicator lights at a beautiful little touch. We've got these cool little fang things. I'll do a full build breakdown eventually and like all that sort of stuff. But this is my 125i. If you're new here, this is what you'll be seeing a lot on the channel, the 125i and the E30. I'm gonna do a comparison video between them, like a 0 to 60, 0 to 100, 0 to 60 race. Yeah, obviously, that'll win, but it'll be interesting. I'm actually quite curious to see how this does 0 to 100. It is actually quite zippy. Second gear, going down the hill, just fanging in. And like I said, I don't care how many Ks I put in this car. I don't care like the engine, because like eventually it'll probably be an engine rebuild, or I'll do a mad engine swap. Stay tuned. But point is, that gets damaged, that gets whatever. It's cool with me. This gets damaged. I'd kind of be a little bit more bummed because it's my daily and I need it. Now, this is an automatic. As you can see, the devil's automatic in there. Nice. It's the devil's automatic. Back when I bought this car, back when I was 19 actually, I couldn't drive stick. Had no idea. Had really no intention of learning how to drive stick. Didn't know anything about cars. Brother recommended the 125i and I couldn't be happier. That's why I have the 125i and the E30. That's why I have the E30, because Project Life and European cars are like my shit apparently. I don't know. I see a European, I see an E30, I see like an old CL and I'm like, that stuff is, I love it. So this video's kind of gotten away from me, but more or less it was an introduction to myself, or like a reintroduction to myself. If you're new here, subscribe, like, all that sort of stuff. It really motivates me. I haven't posted in a while, but it really motivates me to post more stuff. And like, just inbox me and stuff. Inbox me, drop a comment. Like, I will try to reply to everything. And I do reply to everything. So yeah, get down. If you want to see more videos on my 125i and my E30 and anything else we buy. But for now, I'm Yoshi Fujihara. Welcome back, and I'll see you in the next one.